thought-provoking ignorance, the best blend of hip-hop and R&B with special guests and Cave Crush interviews. Inside the Cave is now on Indie Central Radio. Inside the Cave.
Inside the Cave podcast. Outside Johnny, word up B.
Hey, Charlemagne the God here, and I'm going inside the cave, right? Right.
Yo, this is Dion Cole. I'm going inside the cave. Peace.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your favorite Twin Cousin Junior, man, and I'm going inside the cave. I'm going to be in there. Just tune in. I'm in here.
Man, it's just niche. I'm going inside the cave. Where the fuck is the cave? But we in that bitch all day, every day. Check out the podcast. They doing big things. We out.
Hey, it's your boy Rodney Perry, and I'm going inside the cave. And I hope I come out.
Thought-provoking ignorance since 2015.
You did say you wanted to be in, right? Here we go. Welcome back to Inside the Cave, InsideTheCavePodcast.com, CaveCrushShop.com, live every single week on Indie Central Radio, 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. on the East Coast, and the replay show right after the Gossiping Heifers, whatever time they go off, we come on right back after them on Fridays and Saturday mornings. We got another show starting at 10 a.m. on Indie Central Radio. Podcast available every single Monday, wherever you listen to podcasts. Inside the Cave is there, and now on this new platform, just found out, if you're a real supporter of Inside the Cave, listen to us on radiopublic.com. It's a Radio Public app. It's a lot of great shows on there, Van Jones and a whole bunch of other shows and stuff like that. A lot of great podcasts on there as well. Inside the Cave has now been added to radiopublic.com, and if you listen to us on there, no matter what kind of device you have, it actually helps us get W-2s faster. So listen to Inside the Cave on radiopublic.com. I am CB at I'm the Real CB. Slide, what's up?
What's up, everybody? Tell the truth. Hey, you can now listen to us in the Dominican Republic, too, if you're not already dead. Just saying. Oh, shit.
Fucked up, man. Hey, God damn. Hey, the Cleves report on Instagram. Bro. The Cleves report there. All right. The lovely, the beautiful, and the talented Cat.
I got it.
And I think we got Velly Vell in here. Is this the truth? We really got Velly in here?
Guess who's Bizak? What up, man? Boy, Velly Vell, a.k.a. St. Andrew, St. Velly, all roll up into about
St. Andrew, Velly
on people.
Cool. We got a full show today. All right, hey, later on in the show, we got comedian Tenisia. What's how she say it? She is the T, or she with the T?
She is the T.
She is the T.
You still working the beat market, how you be butchering.
This nigga fucked up 4 one-syllable words. She is the T.
I'm glad we got her on. That is Joe Dirk's cousin. Shout out to Joe Dirk for having his family on today.
She actually gets tax.
Huh?
She actually get W-2s, huh?
Yeah.
Right.
We got a full show today. Everybody listening on Indie Central. We'll be right back with True, False, or Ehh. Your favorite podcast is now syndicated on Indie Central Radio. Listen to Inside the Cave weekly on Indie Central Radio. Download the Indie Central Radio app now.
What I'm saying. Miss your lady in the house. That's right.
Inside the Cave.
Young Dad struck a match and the match went out. But it wasn't no more lights in the house. Check it out.
All right, here we go. Welcome back Inside the Cave, InsideTheCavePodcast.com. We haven't did this in a long time, so have a little fun. This is True, False, or Ehh. All right, here we go. True, false, or Ehh. Black men don't cheat. That's true. Yeah, that's simple. Simple.
That's a fact.
Yeah. Cat?
Not an opinion.
False. That's super false.
Oh, stop it.
Sorry, Kat, we couldn't hear you saying your phone going in and out, but it sounded like she said true.
Yeah,
that's what she did say. True.
That's what she did say. Yep, I'm pretty sure that's what she said.
Make sure you edit Kat.
I agree, Chat. I agree, Kat. It's the Caucasian and the Hispanic men that cheat a lot. Black men are very faithful.
Here goes another one. All right, here you go. When you run out of milk for your cereal, use water. And when you run out of gas for your car, use water. True, false, or in?
Go a false on that one, bro.
False.
That's definitely false.
Myself.
My milk is like 30 degrees. Like my milk got to be 32 degrees for me to enjoy my cereal.
32 degrees milk. Okay. I don't even drink milk no more. But anyway. All right, here we go. True, false, or in? Texting and driving is drinking and driving.
Say that again.
Texting and driving is the new drinking and driving. True, false, or in?
Yes.
True. That's true.
Yes, because I got a funny story real quick.
Okay.
I was driving and a girl swerved over into my lane and almost hit me while she was texting and driving, and it looked at me like she didn't do shit. You know, she almost made me spill my beer.
Yeah, I tell you, that guy's a funny motherfucker, man.
Oh, bitch. I was told to be more. Told to be more careful. Shit.
I think I done had almost more close calls while I was driving and texting than when I was drinking and driving.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Kat, your hair looks lovely, by the way.
I say your hair looking like the bomb.
The bomb. All right,
that you over there meditating with.
True, false,
Kat.
Yeah. Here we go. There's another one. The same people that go to Walmart are the same people that go to Golden Corral. True, false, or in?
That is 100% true.
Yeah, because I think you get a discount if you purchase like over $250 of stuff out of Walmart. You get a discount at Golden Corral or some shit.
Back to back.
All right, here we go. Now this is stuff I've seen on the internet. You guys tell me it's a true, false, or in. You can tell how tight the pussy is by the size of the earring hole. True, false, or in. This is stuff I just.
I'm gonna go
wait. What the fuck?
Wait.
So what do that mean for bitches with keloids?
Oh. They squirters.
Here's something
I hope they if they earring back stink, I hope that they don't justify the smelling of their vaginal earring.
Whoa. All right, here we go. Men wear $60 boxers for $3 worth of dick, and women wear Victoria's Secret panties for pussy that's not a secret. True, false, or in? Stuff I just see on the internet. You guys tell me. True, false, or in? This stuff got any sense to it? Does it make any sense?
It's funny as hell. It's almost like, it might be leaning toward the true side.
All right, here's a one I want to know. It's the last one actually. When a female, you guys tell me this is true, false, or in. When a female say, "I'm about to come," don't start beating it up. Keep the same stroke. True, false, or in. Come on, Kat, tell me is this true, false, or in. A lot of people need to know this.
I'm gonna go with keep the same stroke.
Keep the same stroke. Okay, so don't go faster. Don't slow it down. Keep that same energy. Okay. All right. That was this week's edition.
I'm really interested in what Kat had to say because she looked like she was going to say something real prolific.
Yeah. So, but her Wi-Fi tripping. She frozen.
Her Wi-Fi sped up. She was about to, and her Wi-Fi sped up. Fucked up the stroke.
That's a trick question, because fuck, I look like a mountain. That's what we doing it for. We having sex for me to come. So I don't understand like the big deal So I'm not sure how to answer that, because if you're doing it right, you know I'm about to come because you make it.
Okay. Right, we're just trying to help people out here in the radio world. All right. Everybody listening on Indie Central, we'll be right back with listeners' feedback. All right, here we go. Welcome back inside the cave. This is this week's listeners' feedback. We got a few of them. Some new listeners as well.
Got an opinion? Let your voice be heard. Want to change the direction of the show? Talk your shit. Tell us how you really feel. I might just say how I feel. Listeners' feedback with Cousin Lamar on Inside the Cave.
This is from Gwen. Why would Beyonce's own father try to discredit not only his daughter, but all of his hard work? Beyonce is multi-talented black woman, not light-skinned. She is black. Sincerely, the Beehive. All right. You know what she's talking about?
Don't get offended. Yeah, what we was talking about last week, but they pronounced it the Beehive. The Beehive, man. Yeah, they gonna cuss you out because you didn't say that shit right.
Okay.
Talking about last week. Light skin, white, light skin privilege, white privilege.
Okay.
Making it easier.
A lot of Beyonce shit this week. Here, this is from Cheryl. That's an old story about Beyonce's father, but even more reason he has been cut off from the family. That's the first I've heard of that. That Matthew Knowles has been cut off from the family. You heard that?
Yeah. Because he got a child with another woman, so I heard it around that time. Nothing recently.
All right,
yeah, I think Blue Ivy older than her uncle or auntie, whatever he had.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
It could be her grand uncle or some shit.
Don't judge people right.
Diapers.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Here we go. This is from Anonymous, or maybe you might have the name Sly. I don't know. Damn, Sly, she got what she deserved. How was she able to get in his phone? But being a nosy bitch and heifer, that was funny. Where Cat live? I want to try her brownies. She talking about. I know what she talking about. She talking about. Or he? Who is this kid? Sly, you know who this is?
Yeah, I know who that is.
Okay, so you want to stay anonymous?
Female.
Okay. Well, anyway, I know what she's talking. This person is talking about. Cat's brownies. Cat is talking about. She know how to make edible brownies with that THC or TCH or THQ shit in it. The weed.
CBD.
They're like personal consumption. I don't have like commercial license.
Girl, we trying to get you some money in here. It's like the girl want to buy some of your shit.
What you not was have my first and last name in the indictment. Like what you think to.
That nigga wearing a wired cat, you know that.
There you go. This from Lance. Lance said, "Damn, you talking about folks bringing weed on the plane? You an accomplice to the crime too. Keep talking." Shaking my head. I ain't accomplice to nothing.
Who brought weed on the plane?
No, not me. I was at church.
Who you know now, Sly?
I was at church. I had church that morning.
Yeah. If we would have been quiet, CB would have told us. Because CB don't do nothing but tell on people.
I don't know.
That nigga, he be the only person recording a podcast from a safe house.
Here we go.
That nigga.
This from
witness protection.
This is why it's hard for me to like Cat. Why would she continue to call her a bitch? This will lead men, Sly, to think his behavior is okay. He shouldn't be referring to his woman as a bitch. Who is she talking about? I have no idea.
We're talking about that goofy letter that got written in about the girl snooping through her guy's phone, and he called her in his text messages to his boy. He called her a bitch. He referred to his girlfriend as a bitch. But she went snooping through his phone.
Cat was cool with that, huh?
I mean, yeah, the bitch got what she got. Shit.
At least he ain't got a name saved as bitch in his phone. At least we don't think.
So if she was listening, I did create a disclaimer, which was I normally don't say bitch that much, and women are not bitches. So I have my disclaimer in there.
So he would have been, well, who you talking about? Because you're assuming she's a bitch. Like me in that letter, you agree she was being a nosy bitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is from Troy. Big, you a whole snitch. No one wanted to come on because you gonna tell it all. Shaking my head. Fuck you, Troy. You don't know what it is.
Troy, you've been listening long enough to know.
All right.
If ever we go to court, all they gonna do is play every fucking episode of Inside the Cave.
Troy be listening on the radio, but he can see CBA shit.
This was
bigger than CB.
What was the Cave doing in Vegas that you couldn't record a podcast? Wasn't that the reason for going? Why didn't Kat go, or was she not invited? Kat was invited. Kat turned us down.
Kat was invited. I had a room for her and everything, and she turned me.
I heard about this shit by accident. Like somebody accidentally mentioned Vegas, and then everybody was like, "Well, Kat did not come because Kat was not invited." And I will go on all Inside the Cave trips when they start paying for it.
I hear you, Kat. I hear you. That's how I feel.
Kat.
Hey, I thought Kat was turning state's evidence.
I thought Kat gonna have to put some soundproofing up in her kitchen. She's gonna have to use some cup holders or something.
No, she got the air conditioning blasted. Here we go.
Oh, that's what it is.
I think it's her antennas are off. Tell her adjust her antennas.
Come on. This is the last one. Gerald, podcast was kind of slow this week. Not much content or laughs. I don't know which podcast he was talking about, but all right, that's it for that. All right, if you want to send feedback to Inside the Cave, send it in Inside the Cave podcast at gmail.com or however else you've been sending it. Here you go. Welcome back to Inside the Cave, InsideTheCavePodcast.com on Indie Central. This is a new segment called Who Ain't Got No Bitches? The reason why we're doing this segment because I have been a married man for going on 11 years and I just lived through other people. So I have been noticing that there's a lot of people that hit a lot of bitches, man. I'm talking about a lot of bitches. So
it's snitching coming slide.
So no. This is actually going to battle. If everybody listening in Chicago noticed that the late great Herb Kent used to do a thing on Sundays called The Battle. He would pick two R&B dusties and they would just go at it, play their music back to back, and the people would decide who was the best. So this is like a battle. Who ain't got no bitches? This week it's Lil Wayne versus Nick Cannon. And I'm telling you, man, both of these guys done had some bitches, man. They done both had some hoes. So, and let's stop saying that these are the women that they dated, because there's no such thing as guys dating. These niggas was getting some pussy. All right? Fuck it. Let's just call it what it is. There ain't no such thing as dating. Dating is what teenagers do when they're 12, 13, 14. After 16 years old, everybody's not dating. You're fucking. All right? Otherwise, you don't even claim you did anything that you even know that.
CB.
Yo.
I refuse to participate in a segment that calls women B's and H's, but can you please run down Nick Cannon's list, because I'm a little confused on which ones he had.
Nick Cannon has some hoes, bro. Let me give you this list right here. So you and all our listening audience and these guys here will tell us who won. Nick Cannon dated, smashed Chili, Christina Milian, Heidi Klum, this Instagram model named Jenna Fume. She was on Wild 'N Out too. Of course, Mariah Carey, Kim Kardashian, Megan Good, Eva Marcel, Adrienne Balian or Bellion or whatever from 3LW, Nicole Scherzinger. Now, Nicole is from the Pussycat Dolls. She had that.
Who? How are you confirming these?
Oh, no, it's facts, bro. I seen the pictures. Yeah. So, okay, so those.
Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
If it's online, it's real, Sly. I mean,
Nick Cannon smashed. So now here's Lil Wayne. Now this is a tough battle this week. Lil Wayne smashed Christina Milian, Skylar Diggins, the NBA star, Cat Stacks.
What?
Cat Stacks.
First of all, Cat Stacks shouldn't count because she smashed everybody.
Exactly. I wouldn't even have that on my record.
Cat Stacks.
He still hit it. Carrie Hilson. He hit Carrie Hilson.
That's the end of the list right there. She the baddest one on the list.
Hold on. Lauren London, Nivea, rapper Trina, Solange, Farrah Franklin from Destiny Child, Tiara Marie, and we can't forget Superhead Corinne Stephens. So, man, this is a tough battle right here. Lil Wayne versus Nick Cannon. Who had more Who ain't got no bitches? Who won? Listening audience, you tell us who won. Bro, you got any early poll results on this?
I'm going with Nick.
Going with Nick.
I'm with Nick.
But we gotta get Lil Wayne is an ugly motherfucker, but he done has a lot of bitches, man.
That money pretty though.
Man, but that's
I'm gonna have to say this. They both winners in my eyes.
Yeah. I mean, how can you lose in a contest like this? I mean, is there really a second place?
But I'm gonna say this. Nick Cannon smash list has a low body count.
Well, these are just the most notable women. These are not all the women. These are just the most notable.
You know, like them women that usually stay discreet.
Because you got to remember, Nick Cannon smashed every Wildin' Out girl that's been on. So I didn't even say that. I could have just said the Wildin' Out girl. I mean, come on.
you said every. You had to put the adjective in there.
That's how you get the job.
So that's part of the interview process.
Oh, that's how you get the job.
Oh, seal the deal.
But look,
hey, listen. I just got to ask a question, though, real talk. I told you I wasn't going to participate in this, but this is an interesting segment because, you know, we in celebrity world, we all love the ladies, man. You know what I'm saying? There's some nice-looking women out there, and there's some fine women on that list. But me, I just personally believe, man, that Carrie Hilson just is it about quantity or quality? Because
I'm with quality. I'm with the quality.
Well,
Little Wayne wins. Carrie Hilson, bro. Carrie Hilson, bro. Look her up. Carrie Hilson.
Yeah, but he had Lauren London.
Hold on.
Let me get you
Nicole Schlesinger.
Well, I'm sorry.
Adrian.
That just proves my point even more. That's Little Wayne. Little Wayne wins.
Yeah.
Nicole.
Yeah.
Not.
But the nigga
hit
Mariah.
And that other chick you just said that I can't remember because
from the Pussycat Dolls. From the Pussycat Dolls.
Yeah.
That's Nick Cannon though, and I give him credit for that. But I'm a firm believer in. I don't think that Mariah Carey's actually high quality. I don't think that's really a high quality bag right there.
Yeah.
Real talk. I think she's real flaky. I don't think she's really that fine. And I'm telling you, Carrie Hilson is the truth, man. I'm just trying to tell you.
Right.
Like, look that up. Anybody who disagrees, look that up.
Kat, you got the last word on this. Who had more bitches? Lil Wayne or Nick Cannon?
Already, this is disgusting on chauvinist shit I never heard in my life.
Well, we need you to break the tie, Kat. Break the tie. Be the tiebreaker. It's 2-2. Be the tiebreaker.
It's a good segment, right? Come on.
Well,
you said Nick Cannon.
Here's a tiebreaker, and I know my guy's going to lose on this one. Kat, who would you sleep with first, Nick Cannon or Lil Wayne?
That's a great question, bro.
That breaks the tie right there, because you can't tell me that Kat ain't quality.
And I don't want to hear that. I'm saving it for my husband shit right now, Kat.
You pick two of the most unnoticeable niggas on. Like, this conversation is ridiculous.
Go sit in the shower, Kat, and take your phone with you.
Everybody listening on Indie Central and Inside the Cave, let us know what you think about who got more bitches, Nick Cannon or Lil Wayne.
Inside the Cave. News, rumors, gossip, and reality with Kat on Inside the Cave. Doing it big right now.
Let me start with this. Waitress spit on Eric Trump at a Chicago bar, the Trump organization says. A Chicago waitress was placed on leave after Eric Trump, one of the president's son, accused her of spitting on him while he was having dinner on Tuesday. An official with the Trump organization, where Mr. Trump is an executive vice president, said the woman who spit on him was immediately handcuffed and detained by Secret Service and the Chicago police.
He was released after about 2 hours when Mr. Trump decided not to press charges. What kind of charge could he have pressed on her for spitting? Like, serious. Like,
that's a spitting. Listen, spitting is assault. And for any black person who wants to take the side of the spitter, shame on you, because black people don't play that spitting on me stuff. And just because it's somebody you don't like, you can't pick the side of the spitter now. You know that's grounds to whoop your tail. If somebody spit on you, like I've heard men say, I'll hit a woman, she spit on me. Like, you don't spit on people. Putting your feet on people and spitting on people is ground to get your tail whooped. So, yeah, that person should have been arrested. That's assault, actually. Real talk. Ask a cop.
Okay, bro. Okay. All right. And y'all got anybody else got anything on this?
No. I agree with Ro. Shit, I hear a lot of people saying the same thing about their spit, boy. They don't like that shit. I just seen motherfuckers like turn from angelic to straight devil eyes. He's spit coming out of somebody's mouth. Axel, Chris Paul, and Rondo.
He should feel honored. He should feel honored that she went out of her way and gave him some of her saliva when she could have just put it in our food.
Let me ask y'all a question though, and Kat, you can answer this too. It seems like a lot of people on here don't like spit. Now, is this just something we see on porn? But what is it? Because I never had experienced this. Let me see. I don't think so. But what do people like about someone spitting on your dick? Or Kat, do you like men spitting on your pussy? Like I see that's like a common thing now. Did anybody enjoy that?
I plead the fifth.
Yeah, Kat.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You know, it's a movie. It's TV. Like, I think people get really confused at the things that they see, and they think that is intimacy. And in real life, like you say, you'll hit a woman if she spits on you, all of a sudden now it's okay. Like, no, make some sense in your life. You don't want to be spat on. You don't want to be. I don't want to be spat. I don't need to be spat on to be sexy. So, there.
All right.
Well, I can say this, that as a man, when you bagging random females and you about 24, 20 to 27, and it happens, you like, man, I think I love this woman. You know what I mean? Like, you in love when she do that, right? But when you 35, let me finish, Kat, let me finish though. But when you 35 and she do that, you be like, damn, let me get this hell out of my room.
All right, in the second, we got Illinois governor signs law legalizing recreational.
And I see what our writer inner was talking about.
I forgot to read that. Illinois governor signs law legalizing recreational use of marijuana. Illinois has become the 11th state in the country to legalize the recreational use and purchase of marijuana. Democratic Governor J.B. Pritzker, who was elected last year, signed a bill into law on Tuesday, fulfilling a key campaign promise. The state joins 10 others in the District of Columbia in allowing recreational use. The legislation takes effect on January 1st, 2020. Let me give you some details. The new law allows Illinois residents who are 21 and older to possess up to 30 grams of cannabis flower, 5 grams of concentrate, and 500 milligrams of THC in products such as edibles. It also will expunge the records of 800,000 people with criminal records as a result of purchasing or possessing 30 grams or less of marijuana. It earmarks a quarter of the tax revenue from the sale of cannabis to redevelop impoverished communities in the state and gives vendor preference to minority owners. Let's give a clap, round of applause to Governor.
Good job, JB. Good job, JB.
Pritzker.
You know what JB stands for? It's just Bud.
Just Bud.
Just Bud.
JB, what was the first state to legalize recreational marijuana?
Is that Colorado?
Yep.
Yep.
Inside joke. But hey, you said 300 THC. What's the limit? The max?
30 grams. 30 grams.
29.5 is the way to go.
Yesterday,
No, 500 milligrams. 5 grams of concentrate and 500 milligrams of THC in products.
Oh, nigga, I would have called you. I would have needed bail money yesterday then.
No, well, it's important to let this be known that January all this kicks off.
Yeah, January.
Yep. Happy New Year.
Can't wait.
I also want to bring to everyone's attention, like, Colorado is not experiencing an upsurge in crime. The second year that they legalized marijuana, they had too much money. Everybody got a check. Everybody, all the citizens got money back because there was too much money and they needed to make sense. So they had to refund people some of the tax revenue money they accumulated. The medicinal purposes, and what I guess I'm trying to say is, like, crack is illegal too. But many crackheads would just go to sleep if they were high off weed. Like, the little tiny implication, you know, the small, I don't approve of anybody doing anything illegal. So it's wonderful that the opportunity for people to be able to utilize not just marijuana, but listen, the oils are important too. You know, there's medicinal purposes to many of the things marijuana has to offer. And then everybody's like, I feel like rolling too, stay woke. Because, marijuana is legal, so what's going to be now penalized? Like, we have to, not just enjoy the celebration, but we also have to understand the law, the rules.
Well, can I get the soapbox for a second?
Go ahead.
Thanks, Kat. Thanks for that wonderful lead-in. Because you know what, man? I'm like, remember how Martin said you be sitting there and then you hit the dro and you be start, or no, was it Cat Williams? He'd be like, how can I sit on a love seat if I ain't in love?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sitting here wondering to myself, man, I said, we got to be one of the most hypocritical nations in the world. We live in a country right now where a man can say he's a woman. And if you don't call him a woman, you will be vilified for it. Like, dude, you're a man. But if you don't call him a woman, you in trouble. We are in a country that says, do what thou wilt. That will be the whole of the law. And for all my woke people that listen to this podcast, look up Aleister Crowley. That's the one who said that in the book of Thelema. We are in a most wickedest country, and they gonna try to tell you what drugs you can use. This makes no sense to me. Every drug should be legal under that logic. You get what I'm saying, guys? Like, we live in a country where
prostitution should be legal too.
The rules, pedophilia is around the corner.
Just like they,
listen.
Just like they legalized alcohol a long time ago, but then you can get a DUI if you have too much of it. To me, it all boils down really to financial.
Listen.
Possible if they need money or they know it's gonna sell. Just like gambling was terrible, now it's good.
This is the logic of our country right now. There's a chick named Bella. Her phone, her iCloud got hacked. She's some ugly little white chick, and she took some nude photos, and they got exposed, right? Some hacker hacked her phone or her iCloud, put it on the internet, and she's exposed to the world, right? Whoopi Goldberg, who I'm not a fan of no celebrity, but she goes on her platform, which is The View, and she gives some wisdom. She said, if you're a celebrity, you cannot take that picture. You know that there's hackers out there and that this has a possibility of hacking. I mean, this happening. Bella goes on. Now, keep in mind, agenda. She has a book coming out. But she goes on a, 45-second on the little 15-second, Snapchat things, tirade of going after Whoopi for saying what she said, but not addressing the hacker. How is Whoopi to blame and she's victim shaming, but nobody's looking at the hacker who actually did the crime? That's the country we live in. That's the logic of people on social media today. we misdirection all the time. We're a bunch of hypocrites. We pick and choose what we want to be mad at, what we want to be Instagram mad at, and we let other stuff slide. You feel me? It makes no sense. Reefer is not killing nobody, but just up until recently, it was illegal and people was getting locked up for it. Made no sense. Makes no sense whatsoever.
This nigga just say reefer. Oh, you
Reefer said reefer.
That nigga old.
Reefer reparations.
Bro, you still smoke joints?
That nigga said reefer. He used to
Rolling paper.
weed out of little small brown envelopes.
No, they're Manila
envelope. Manila.
Yeah, there you go, Slide. You know what I'm talking about, dog.
Yeah, I mean, I know, but I don't know.
All right, here we go.
Damn, nickel bag, boy, nickel bag of funk.
Here we go. This is number 3. Lavar Ball responds to criticism saying Molly Karam mine was in the gutter. Kat, I want to get your opinion on this story because it's not that you have ever dealing with innuendos being on this show because we treat you with the utmost respect. But I just want to go what you think about this. LeVar Ball said his on-air comments to ESPN host Molly Karam were misconstrued and that her mind was in the gutter. I think he's 100% right. Ball came under fire for his remarks to Karam after she asked him to switch gears to another topic in the interview during the June 17th episode of First Take. Critics said his response to Karam, "You can switch gears with me anytime," was inappropriate. In light of the controversy, ESPN spokesman Michael Shakara said the network does not plan to invite Ball to appear on air again in the future. But the media personality didn't seem to be bothered by that. He said, "How am I going to be banned? I don't work for them," Ball said. I'm going to
God damn, the cave can't read.
Ball said,
No, don't run, Cat. Come back here.
Wait, no. It said, Ball said, "I'm going to ban from ESPN. I got my own show." All right, Ball has a reality TV show hosted on Facebook called Ball and the Family. The show follows the lives of Ball and all right.
Sure, that nigga Joe. Hey, what we think about that is you talking about LeVar Ball, but it sounds like you need goddamn it, LeVar from Reading Rainbow.
LeVar
Burton, nigga. You need
that shit funny, man.
It's in a book.
That nigga
Reading
Rainbow.
They can't do anything. That's my show.
I think they blew that shit out of proportion, man.
They did blow it.
I want to know what Kat thinks about that because Kat
they ain't want LeVar on the show anyway, so they happy to get rid of his ass.
Kat comes on a show where the hosts on here respect her all the way, has never made any innuendos or outlandish remarks against her. So, Kat, how do you feel about this woman taking this statement too far?
I mean, I think it's the era of Me Too, and everybody needs to, especially, men need to kind of be careful and tread lightly. And he walked into it. It was like that's what she said that wasn't appropriate at the moment. I think he was slipping on his pimple.
By the way, Kat, is that a sundress you have on? Okay. All right.
It is. It was sunny for a little.
It's beautiful. All right,
Stand up. Stand up.
What is the refreshment?
One thing I'm against this summer real life is underwear. Like, fuck underwear, this shit. Like, I ain't got no time for it. As I get a little up in age.
Now, see, how do we respond to that? As men,
whose eyes is that? That's crazy.
Tell the truth, listeners. How do we respond to our female co-host telling us that she's not going to wear no underwear?
I want you to respond as you would, like,
be banned. She needs
anybody who I'm talking. Y'all can talk about people's body counts. I'm just telling y'all how I feel, and my soul say, "Fuck draws this year." I ain't got no time.
I applaud you, Kat.
I'm getting a little older, so one thing I'm experiencing is getting very hot at night.
That cooter gotta breathe, man. The cooter gotta breathe.
let me tell you, she thinking about something. So I got to give her room to breathe and think about it. Like, I don't want to stop.
That's what I'm talking about, Cat. Keep that muff count down on them panties.
If ever Cat tried to sue UCB for any type of discrimination, just play this episode. They gonna ask up what the hell was that?
No, what you doing later?
I'm sorry. I just gave y'all a scientific ass lesson real quick. You can kind of call me Neil as Tyson.
You just gave
because I just let y'all know at a certain age. At a certain age, a woman is just. She just, and if y'all notice, I turned some of the air off for the show. So, right now, a bitch is cooking.
Hey, turn the air back on and see if your nipples get hard.
Hey,
Pump the brakes, partner.
No, leave the air off and put some shea butter on.
Hey, can I address this Lavar Ball thing?
Man, stop trying to be serious while we being funny.
Well, I'm switching gears.
I've only got a 3-speed.
Go ahead, bro. So I can move.
All right, look, I got my tinfoil hat on this one, right? All right, so this is my hot take on this piece, right? I believe that I'm not saying that Lavar Ball isn't a man and that Molly Karen might not be good looking or whatever, but I 100% believe that man had no malice in his heart or wasn't even trying to make it innuendo. When he said it, he was trying to be funny like he always does, right?
Right.
I'm a Lavar Ball supporter, but I'm not a supporter of his antics. Here's the hit. They wanted with the whole Laker thing going under, Lavar Ball's stock has dropped. He's become more of a nuisance. And this was a perfect opportunity for them to basically bow out of the Lavar Ball stock. They just don't want him back on. So they made this big debacle because just a couple years ago, Terrell Davis straight up damn near sexually assaulted Marley Karam, and they didn't say a goddamn word. So this woman, first of all the women on ESPN are basically sexual objects. They dress like street women. I'm talking about, I don't want to use the H word, but they all dress just like the Fox News girls.
Hold on, King. Hold on, Black King. Wait a second, Black King.
They all use their sexuality for their benefit. They all do.
King. You notice I'm calling you King.
Yes,
now, wait a minute. You're not going to sit here and throw a Eurocentric way of living at me as a black person and convince me that's the reason why. That's how white people
you lost me. Back up. You lost me with the Euro.
Hold on, wait.
I didn't understand.
That is not of us. That is a Eurocentric way of thinking. So you're not going to compare the way these white dudes be treating these white ladies on the show and tell me that our men have a reason why. At the end of the day, he was slipping on his pimping. He had an opportunity. He's in a position, and we have to behave on edge.
Lavar Ball?
His sons are talented. Yes, we're talking about somebody who has a platform. And instead of staying focused, he fell prey.
Because he said he's switching gears?
No, because
he said you can switch gears on me anytime?
Yes. That was superfluous conversation that was not necessary to the conversation.
But did it deserve the reaction? That's that.
Regardless of the reaction, he shouldn't have. Like, we can agree that wasn't a cool thing to say. Like, that wasn't even a pro. Like, we can agree. If you're his press agent, we've trained him on what to do.
If you was talking about someone else, then I would buy that. It's Lavar Ball though.
But all I'm saying is, let's give him a little bit of accountability too. Shut the fuck up, sir.
Oh, I mean, anytime you're going on a white man's platform, you got to do that. You got to
whose platform?
He hasn't done that.
Regardless, when you are in the position, shut the fuck up until it's time to talk. Like, I don't understand what we're talking about. Time is money. And you just wasted 7 seconds saying something that now will affect your children.
Kat, I think I agree with you in context. I think in this particular instance, though, Lavar was just being Lavar. He hasn't done anything different that he did in any other interview.
Quick, can I say something about? Hey,
Go ahead.
You know what I can tell about you?
What?
That you have a great relationship with your wife. That
Why
y'all
you say
don't argue at all, because it seems like you just come on here just to argue with Kat.
No, stop.
With your wife at home.
I was just in trouble. Trust me.
I want to challenge you to argue with your wife. I want you to go home and start some shit with your wife, all right?
Hey, CB, I was just in trouble. Trust me. No, I get in trouble with my wife. So, but thanks, Kat, for getting me together. But no, seriously, I just think that Lavar was being Lavar. And I think that this was an opportunity to close the door on Lavar for ESPN because, like I said, I don't think that they're looking to the future of having Lavar on again.
And all I'm saying is if he would have said it, it's not ESPN. If he would not have said it, that soundbite would not exist.
All right, here we go. This is the last story.
Was it worthy of getting
He said
banned,
that
though?
before, though. That's not like the first time he's ever said that.
But Me Too also didn't have CB making a He Too.
Good point.
All right, here we go. This is the last story. The 2019 BET Awards was this past Sunday, the blackest celebration on television. The 19th annual BET Awards took place Sunday night. Cardi B kicked off the show. Host of the show was Regina Hall. Her entrance with the Ode to the DC and its history of go-go music, performing the rendition of The Butt with Sugar. Hey, that dude looked old as hell. Who saw that? Who saw that?
I saw it.
That was the worst. They should have just kept that nigga in the grave, man. Because he had no business coming out. Other people, man, he didn't even know the words to his own song. All right. Lil Nas X and Billy Ray Cyrus performed. Rihanna was in attendance and at the award ceremony this year and presented Mary J. Blige with the 2019 Lifetime Achievement Award. The exonerated 5 received a standing ovation after sharing a powerful message about the value and importance of the truth. And Taraji P. Henson, the producer, director, actor, screenwriter, playwright, and author Tyler Perry with the Ultimate Icon Award. All right, what do you all think about this year's BET Awards, which I actually think was a well put together show?
You know I'm about to cause some trouble, so I'm gonna let everybody go first.
All right, here you go.
Yeah, you know I got it.
Oh shit, they know. It was the one thing I noticed was probably the tribute. They did the Mary J. Blige, they did the Nipsey Hussle, and when they did John Singleton, and it was just something small for John Singleton, but I felt like it was the music awards, and he's more for movies. So I feel like when the BET Movie Awards come around, they'll recognize him, give him a little bit more recognition, more of a tribute. Other than that, I think everything was cool.
You know what I'm noticing lately? Because I saw it with Keith Sweat, and then I think someone else too. That these stars, it used to be when these stars get an award, they'll have like a bunch of today's artists perform their music. But I think these legendary artists are like, I ain't finna have today's artists fuck up my songs. I'm gonna just perform in my own tribute. Because Mary J. Blige performed at her own tribute, made it into like a mini concert, which was dope. And then I saw Keith Sweat do that a couple years back too. And I even think Gladys Knight or somebody did the same thing, or Patti LaBelle, one of them. Anita Baker. I'm at my sister, by the way, I'm recording at my sister's crib, and she's listening.
Oh, yeah?
I can get her to listen to the show by me recording at her crib.
So that's what you on, Joe?
I ain't said nothing.
Hey, yo, I'm a big Rihanna fan. I think she's gorgeous. I think she's talented. I love Rihanna.
We'll hit that.
I do too.
Mm-hmm.
My wife's a big Rihanna fan too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey, CB, Joe, Chris Brown did.
You
stupid.
Hey, what you about to say, Rose? So we can move on.
Nobody really went that route, so I'm gonna leave it.
Everybody listen on Indie Central. We'll be right back after this Mary J. Blige old school mix and an interview from Joe Dirt's cousin. She getting ready to call in. Joe, tell everybody about your cousin getting ready to call in, bro.
She funny as hell. That's my cousin. Go follow her once she put out her social media stuff. She, like I said, she's super funny, man. Most of my old man side of the family are comedians.
Yeah.
So you'll love her.
Big Dog's old school mini mix. Throwing it back on Inside the Cave.
Y'all already know what it is.
Ready? Now.
Catch Big Dog's country rap tune and old school mini mix weekly on Inside the Cave. Fridays on Indie Central Radio.
Here we go. Welcome back Inside the Cave, InsideTheCavePodcast.com, CavePressShot.com. We got a special guest calling in, or actually videoing in right now. Comedian She with the T, or She is the T. I'm sorry.
How y'all doing? How you doing?
Good. So it's not Tenisia, not Tenisia. She is the T.
Well, yeah, my name is Tenisia, but yeah, I go by She is the T on IG.
That's what's up. All right, so how does that name working out for you being in Atlanta though?
What do you mean, the name?
Yeah.
I mean, some people just run up to me and say Fredrick. Nobody really. Nobody seems to get the handle down. I mean, I usually just tell people they can call me T. It's not that.
That's what's up. Hey, because it's so funny because we was watching a video and I didn't even know. I'm like, man, this girl funny as hell. Then Joe, she's also, if everybody listening, this is Joe Dirt's cousin. And so then we listen, like, man, that's my cuz. I'm like, what? He's like, man, I told you that. Like, you ain't tell me that.
Oh, yeah, I'm his little cousin.
So how long you been doing comedy now?
I actually been going on 2 years now. So I took it seriously about 2 years ago.
Okay, cool. So everybody in here is familiar with you and everything. So what's this Fredrick thing for all the new listeners that might not be up on it? What's the Fredrick thing?
Okay, so Fredrick, it's a Fredrick Fridays. It's a kind of compilation of videos that I do every single Friday on IG. It's just basically when I put on a fur coat, I take on this kind of rich bitch persona and I abuse my husband. Yeah, so I rename him Fredrick every Friday and he just kind of puts up with it.
That's what's up, man. A couple, you know what they say about a couple that works together, right?
What they say?
He don't know because he don't work with it. He don't work with his wife.
Yeah, I was asking you.
He don't know.
I don't know about what they do when they work together, but I know they pray together, they stay together. That's it.
Yeah, but has that really been proven yet? Has that really been proven yet that a couple that prays together stays together? I know a lot of fucked up couples in church that be praying hard together, and motherfuckers don't last worth a shit. Let's be honest.
I can't speak for them, but I know it's been helping us out. So
that's good because most couples that pray together usually end up in divorce court. But that's a story for another day.
Yeah, most of the dudes I know be praying that their wife ain't home when they get there.
I guess right now my prayer is continuing to let me abuse them every Friday.
Yeah.
So, I got an 800 number for your husband he can use if he needs some help.
Hey, what's crazy is you got 120,000 followers and shit, and I don't see not one flat tummy tea advertisement. It lets me know you're doing your thing for real.
Oh yeah, you gotta grind, you know what I'm saying, and give people good content. Like, I don't know, when I see the girls I don't knock them, you know, everybody gotta get their hustle how they can, but I mean, I work out for mine. Ain't no magic tea for me.
Yeah, now, because I just, it's this girl, and we're actually promoting her on Cave Crush,
our Instagram page. But this is girl. What you tell me? What you think about this new girl that's been sucking bananas and sucking cucumbers, like deep throating them real hard, and she done like blew up. She started out at 200 followers and now at 18,000 followers already. But just from sucking bananas and cucumbers. But now, for the record, she sucks them pretty good. But just want to know.
I think I came across the cucumber though.
Yeah.
And the only thing I can say is good God.
Okay.
Her throat, boy, she got good throat muscles to be able to do all of that and do it so well. Hey, I'm more power to you. I just hope that when she gets older, you know what I'm saying, she'll be able to keep food down. You know, creating such.
I got that she was a vegan. I figured she was a fucking vegan since she had cucumbers and fruit,
and she was to them vegetables. I believe she might be.
Yeah, she's a vegan. She detoxing at the same time.
I just want to hear what it sounds like when she speaks. I mean,
that's a great point.
Yeah. She might be a deaf mute.
Yeah. Yeah, you might be right.
She sound like Girl Jones.
They be throwing up signs and shit.
Oh man, she probably don't have no problem with snoring.
Hey, so you doing stand up and everything now, right?
Yes, I do stand up.
So what was that process like? Just, you know what I'm saying? Just like, 'cause you don't see a lot of Instagram comedian. I'm not trying to classify you as an Instagram comedian, but you don't see a lot of people that started that like really blew up on Instagram and social media being able to do stand up, because you know they only used to making jokes for like 1 minute. You know what I mean? Right. So like, how was that process for you?
Well, because I've always like, you know, wanted to do stand up, I was motivated to do it. But I ain't gonna lie to you, doing stand up is way more nerve-wracking and harder than, you know, trying to come up with, you know, a quick 1 to 2 minute video and posting it. Like, yeah, you get the anxiety of I wonder if somebody's gonna like this, but when you're doing stand up, it's intimate, and they have no problem with letting you know if they don't like something. The audience is relentless. So I would say stand up for me was more of a getting over the nerves. Yeah. The jokes and everything like that, that's there, but it's just getting over my own nerves and learning how to deliver to certain crowds. Like, I can deliver to my people with no problem, but sometimes when I get in front of like a majority white crowds, I get a little tense because a few racial jokes, and I'm always afraid to go there when it comes to the white people.
Hey, you know what's good about you? I think you like, remind me to edit this out. I think you like the first person Joe Dirt introduced me and his family that's like doing something legal. You know, remind me to edit that out.
Oh shit!
Because his family is tied. Hey, his family is tied with my family. I just found out, so none of them.
Yeah, it gets like the family is on some other shit.
Like, nah, I can't make it to the family reunion this year. Cause
hey, Ro, I know you had some questions too. Because Ro been up on you for a minute. Go ahead, Ro.
Well, what I was going to ask, once y'all got done with all the pleasantries, I was going to ask, so you say you're a stand-up comic. What propelled you to start doing the Instagram set with the rich bitch?
Oh, just a particular set of videos is what you're asking about?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's how I found you.
Actually,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
So the rich bitch videos or Fredrick Friday videos, that was an accident, actually. Like, it was my birthday this year, and for Christmas, his grandmother gifted me a fur coat, and I decided to wear the fur coat out for brunch or whatever. I was just being extra, you know, it was my birthday. And I just started talking to him all crazy in the car, and I was like, let me record this shit. And so I started recording it, and when I posted it, people were like, oh, this is hilarious. So then I was like, all right, I guess I'll, you know, guess I'll just stick with it since they like it. I honestly didn't find it funny at first. I just was being silly, and then people just start, catching on to it. So I kept up with it.
My question is this. Now, for everybody listening out here, Tenisia is a very attractive lady. She is married. And do you find it hard for people to take you serious as a comedian because you are attractive?
I think that it depends on which side of the spectrum we're talking about. Like when it's on the like behind the scenes with other comedians, I think a lot of, people kind of question if I have, good material or whatever. But it actually, I'm not trying to sound big-headed or nothing, but it actually kind of works in my favor when I step on the stage because I kind of grab some people's attention.
Yeah.
So I dress flamboyantly when I'm on stage because I want to grab your attention first. And once I got your attention, then I could, I can show what I got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, that's a little shady. You didn't ask D.L. Hughley that.
Huh?
You didn't ask D.L. Hughley because he was attractive. Not take him serious.
I don't find D.L. Hughley attractive. Dude, you're the first person that ever told me D.L. Hughley was attractive. So why would I ask him? Well,
D.L. Hughley know what he doing with them brown eyes. He backs them a lot if y'all don't pay attention.
So Slides, this is news to me. D.L. Hughley is an attractive person. I never knew that.
I don't know, but after what she just said, I'm not looking him in his eyes ever.
D.L. Hughley gets the uncle pass. That fine uncle that slide through. He get that pass.
Oh, okay. All right. This is news to me, Cassie. I didn't know that, Kat.
I have a question. Hi, I'm Kat. It's so nice to meet you. Welcome to the show. I wanted to know what's changed since you've done those videos. How has life changed for you with social media attention?
Oh, that's a good one. So it's a lot easier to put content out now. Like, I feel like I've grown a decent following to where I feel a little bit more confident in putting my videos out. And then of course, there's been more pay coming along with it. So I'm being able to pick up like promotion deals. I've been signing a lot of contracts lately. I've been, contacted by some people in higher places that's got me feeling really excited. So it just feels like I can feel my career ready to start uprooting and taking off. So
cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Glad you took time to come on Inside the Cave. Anybody else got questions? Because she does the show tonight, right?
I got it. You said, can you describe? This is Sly, by the way. How you doing?
She's married.
I'm good. How you doing, Sly?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. See, CB never asked me how I'm doing. Thank you for asking. So you said you dress flamboyantly on stage. So describe to me like what's flamboyant, because I had an experience with a Uber driver.
There you go.
I had experience with an Uber driver, and you mentioned a fur coat. So I had an experience with an Uber driver that was delivering food, not Uber Lyft, DoorDash, whoever it was, and she pulled up in a 7 Series Beamer with a fur coat and a fur hat on, delivering my food. I bush.
What is this?
I was like, yo, I would have never expected this shit. I felt like my little food was worth the Beamer 7 Series and the mink coat and hat. So I want to know, is your stage set like that? Is that how you coming out?
Well, my last show that I put together, my first actual showcase that I brought comedians out, local comedians out, I did come out in my fur. But when I say dressing flamboyantly, I mean I wear stuff that I don't like on nights that most females aren't wearing. Like most female comedians, if it's just a regular open mic night, they may come up there with some jeans, sneakers. But me, I'm in heels, full face of makeup, crop top. I'm just, trying to give the what the hell. I always knocking people off their guard. They're like, what the hell? Why she dressed like that? Because I need you to pay attention to what I'm about to say. So,
gotcha. Got you.
Oh, you bad as hell now. We gonna Joe told me.
Can I request you? Am I supposed to ask, or am I supposed to just do it and then tell you like I sent you a friend request? Can you get friend requests from single men? I'm just asking. It's just a question.
Would you want your wife get single men requests? I mean, it happens, but you know.
He ain't married.
Yeah. I mean,
come on.
Yeah, she could get friend requests from single men.
Yeah. Hey, how did your husband feel about this picture right here? Hey, how did your husband feel about this picture right here?
He was very proud of that picture. You know why? Because I worked.
He took it. Did he take it?
No, I was on a girls' trip.
He was on a girls' trip right there? Oh, hell no. My wife ain't never going on a girls' trip. And I just came from
I bet you won't tell her that shit to her face. I bet that.
I bet you.
How much you want to
I bet you won't.
How much you want to bet?
I bet you. I bet you.
I dare you to go tell her you ain't going no damn girl.
I guarantee she'll book that shit today.
I will pack her shit for her. Hey.
That's the one thing. Look, listen. You want a wife to show you some shit? Tell her what she can't do. She gonna show you real quick, fast, in a hurry.
Let me ask you a question, because me and your cousin just came back from a guy's trip, and we were on our best behavior. By the way,
I had church in the morning.
So what do girls do on girls' trip? Because the girls we see on girls' trips in
pray and
see them the type of chicks I be meeting when I be on vacation. I be at church. Man. I be at church.
Right. We pray. We have dinner. We go on excursions and see the sights, and then we come back and we may watch the entertainment that the resort has to offer.
So y'all full of shit just like the guys is. Okay, good. That's all we need. Hey, give everybody your social media where everybody can find you, look you up, holler at you, and all that kind of stuff.
All right. You can find me on Instagram at @she_is_T. I'm on Facebook at Tenisia the T Wilson. And if you're in the Atlanta area, I will be putting on my second showcase of local talent, or actually not just local talent, all types of new up and coming comedians. I got a few people coming in from Chicago. I got some people coming from South Carolina, and you will be able to get tickets for that on Eventbrite. Look for Laugh is Life Comedy Showcase, the Rio.
Hey, when are you coming back to Chicago?
Well, I haven't had any bookings in Chicago, but the next time I'm there, I definitely feel like I want to hit some comedy clubs, see about some open mic nights, and just kind of like dig my feet in the sand out there at home. I haven't done any comedy at home since I've been doing this. So
once again, go ahead.
Hey, I'm gonna be in Atlanta in October. And I don't want to ask for no free tickets to no shows if you're doing a show, but can you come pick me up from the airport? I want to see.
I want to see.
But most definitely, I can get you in the venue because wherever I go, I bring my people with me. So,
Tenisia, I want to see this.
What's up?
I want to see this. Now, if Sly meets you in Atlanta, now we just had you on the show. I want to see if Sly is able to get an interview with you in Atlanta. I want to see. I know he just met you. I just want to see if he can do it. I want to see if he can do it.
Do it, but first he got to get to Atlanta.
I got my ticket already bought, partner. I'm coming to Atlanta October 3rd.
Hey,
look, don't let him fool you. CD was in Vegas, honey. He couldn't get a Michael Jackson impersonator to do an interview with him. Okay,
I can't be interviewing preachers at church, Cat. You can't be interviewing the preachers while they at church.
You can interview Vegas. Everybody is in Vegas, but he managed not to get 49 seconds of a conversation with anybody in Vegas.
I got more than 45 seconds.
Where was your mind at? You came there with a one-track mind. That's what happened.
You can't prove that. You cannot prove that.
I prove because I showed up. So who did you interview? Wait a minute, girl. He didn't even interview the people he rode there with. Okay, he could not.
We had an interview with a guy that drove us around sightseeing.
That's true, Kat. I'm gonna send you that. We did have an interview with an Uber driver.
We had a really good interview with him. He told us a lot of stuff.
I forgot about that.
Y'all crazy.
Hey, one more time. Let's give it up for Joe Dirt's only cousin doing something legal.
Legal.
Hey.
Legal T. We gonna call her Legal T.
Legal T.
Legal T. Hey,
Legal T.
If you in Atlanta,
feel like I'm coming up in the world.
hey, if you ever need a lawyer in Atlanta, we know somebody. What's that girl's name, Kat? If you need a lawyer, we'll introduce you.
All right, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Thank y'all for having me. What
yeah,
she
she got 100% rate for getting people out of parking tickets.
Oh, listen, that's like my biggest offense everywhere I go: traffic tickets and parking tickets.
Yeah,
I could use that.
Well, that's the plug's lawyer.
All right.
Hey, one more time.
Somebody slide that info in my DM.
Hey, give everybody your social media one more time. You're a funny girl. We got to get you on again when you have more time, all right?
Yeah. All right, yeah, I would love to come back and do the show with y'all again. My social handle is she is the _T on IG. She is the _T. Check me out, y'all.
Yeah. Inside the cave.
I mean, where the fuck? Got a problem? Need some advice? Send your questions and problems to Cat for Cat's Corner on Inside the Cave.
You want me to read it? Because it sounds like you need hooked on phonics.
Sure. Go ahead and read it. If you want to call in, if you want to send a message to Kat, or send in Inside the Cave podcast at gmail.com. All right, Joe, go ahead.
Cat's Corner. 2 tears in a bucket. Fuck it. I just added that on because I'm clever like that.
Yeah. That's very original. Very original, by the way.
Yeah, thanks, buddy. Listening to the episode with the guys giving parenting advice to the child that has a boyfriend that buys her Victoria's Secret made me ponder my situation. I have been raising my wife's daughter as my own since she was 11. She is now a sophomore at college in the Florida area near her blood father. This man just helped her get a job at Hooters, of all places. Now, she doesn't come home from breaks as often because she has to work. My wife and I insisted to him that if she was going to be around him more as a college student, to help her, but still let her grow up and become an adult. How could a father help his daughter, my daughter, get a job at Hooters? She is supposed to be there to learn and further her education, and we all know what typically happens to young girls working at Hooters. I don't know what happens. My wife and I are very upset and are close to cutting them both off. Although we can't ever really cut our daughter off, but this isn't what we expected from her going to school and getting closer with her father. Are we overreacting? What are your thoughts? I want to know what happened to girls that work at Hooters.
I can give
One of my thoughts immediately was, I think it's real cute you called the baby daddy instead of talking to your daughter. You know, there comes an age where we have to let our children go. And so our job is to instill all of the values in them that we want them to go on with. So you should have been more concerned in making sure that when your daughter and her dad were talking about jobs and her dad was like, hey, Hooters, she was supposed to be like, no, daddy, that's not where I want to work. But instead, you called him. And that's my problem with these like baby daddy, baby mama situations. That instead of you talking to the person you're raising, you send the message to the grown motherfucker. Well, we all understand grown people don't learn lessons very well. So I'm a little sad that you didn't give your daughter enough value. If you expected her, you know, she's an adult, so she can choose what she wants. And the fact that you didn't put in her, like, I don't want you to work at Hooters. That's not really a place I think you should be at. That wasn't obviously instilled in her because she gladly took the job at Hooters. Like, I just feel like that was a little shady, that instead of talking to your kid, you call the dad and then you're like, I'm going to cut her off. Now that to me is like the black parent kryptonite. Our attitude of I'm going to cut you off. Like, you're not a fucking magician, so you're not going to cut off fucking bloodlines. Like, there's nothing you can do. This man is her father. Sorry, boo. You had him with her. Like, you have to figure out how to be okay in your reality. and figure out how to move forward in the truth. And stop trying to idealize something that's not real. At the end of the day, if you don't want your daughter working at Hooters, go get your baby. Otherwise, raise her with enough sense so even her father can't pimp her out.
Well, Joe, let me answer your question. You asked what happens to girls that work at Hooters. I'm reading an article by thecracked.com, and there is no job requirements to work at Hooters. So that tells you everything you need to know about that. And also, it says that Hooters is definitely a gateway to becoming a stripper. There it is. That's all you need to know. So here's our concern.
Well, but also, I mean, let's get real. Like a lot of models, a lot of beautiful women, a lot of wives are discovered at a Hooters. There are upsides.
Hey, I found out that Kate Williams used to be a Hooters waitress back in the day.
This is a real person, right? This real person really needs help, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me speak man to man, and let me tell you that.
Yeah, what would you do if your daughter's going to work at Hooters, Ro?
Say again.
What would you do if your daughter just says she's going to work at Hooters?
I can't really answer that because I'm actually my 19-year-old still a virgin, so I don't necessarily.
What does being a virgin got to do with serving chicken, Ro?
Yeah, bro. What that got to do with serving chicken?
Hey, CB, you actually got a point. You right, brother. You right. But
it ain't gonna.
What
it ain't gonna be no sauce on the wings.
What I want to tell the brother. Can we have a serious moment for 30 seconds?
Go ahead.
30 seconds.
We'll be serious.
29.
No, can I get 45 seconds? Bitch, y'all still chuckling.
Run the clock, motherfucker. Go ahead.
So unfortunately, my brother, you and your wife missed the mark. You guys, I don't want to say the word failed, but you did not do enough that was able to influence this young lady above the power of her father. One thing that I know for sure, that no matter a birth father, always, I don't care if the dude's a crackhead, he has a place in that young lady's life. And if you ever try to go against that, you will lose every time. So what happened was, and I'm not judging you, brother, you guys missed the mark. And I understand no matter how good y'all could have done, sometimes the world just gets a hold of your kid. And that's the influence. Like this generation is just different. They built different. I got a hold of my 19-year-old at 10 years old. You got a hold of yours at 11. Mine's 19. She just graduated from hair school. She's working in the family business. So I know exactly what you feel, brother. But the whole cutoff piece, like Kat said, that's the black people's kryptonite. Because she's not a stripper. She's not in porn. So now you cutting her off?
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Because she work at Hooters don't mean she's gonna do that.
According to the internet,
saying,
Joe, and you told me that everything on the internet, Joe, is real. And according to the internet, working at Hooters is a gateway to stripping and porn. I can read you.
It's not 100% though. But it's not 100%. It's no guarantee she's going that route.
Like about 70.
So, and what I know, one thing I know for sure, two things I know for certain: tell a kid or a woman, no, she can't do something, she gonna do it. So you gotta kind of parent around that. And on top of that, this is a young lady. She's not really under your control anymore. She's allowed to do what she want to do. She's away at school. Once that kid hits 7, 8, 9 years old, bro, really parenting is over. Like if your wife didn't do a good job, then before you got her at 11, you might as well been ass out. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, you got to kind of parent around that. And talking to the dad and trying to appeal to him and all. That's some sucker shit, man. That's that man's daughter. Because I know if I got a phone call about mine, it's something that I birthed. Somebody having a conversation with me about mine. Yeah, that's not gonna go right, player. So yeah, you shouldn't have never called him. You should have tried to parent the young lady because you raised her, at least for a short period of time. And my heart goes out to you, but you gotta let her go be great.
All right,
Let her do her.
I want to hear what Sly thinks about this. Come on, Sly.
Well, there's two things. One thing right off the top is that I think that the blood father, probably frequent Hooters a lot. That's probably why he's so fucking cool with it. The other thing is that I'm gonna just play this side is that I've been known to know some Hooters girls, and I have to say, let me be clear with this. I don't know what they did in their life after they got off work, but I can say this: they got a lot of tip money, cash money, and they got degrees. Yeah. So you might want to rethink how you come at this, because she might end up paying off college without having to take out any student loans.
Yeah, doing what though? The price.
Hey, people have been known to drop tips and Hooters. Come in the Hooters, get the all-you-can-eat wings at lunchtime, and leave a pretty young lady $100 tip.
And everybody in the trip nigga like you though, Sly. So you can't.
$100 go a long way, and you down in Florida, so you know everybody body looking right. So hey, she young. She ain't gonna do that forever. It ain't a pension plan. She gonna pay off a semester or two of tuition, or buy a car, and try to stay out of your pockets. Just sit back and guide her if she need it, and if you see her curving the wrong way, maybe you throw her a little advice to bend her back. But she's not broken. Shit, let her experience. She might figure out she don't want to work in the restaurant industry anymore.
Hey, remember that
one thing for sure, she ain't gonna be fat.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, but
damn right.
Hey, remember that commercial back in the day of Calvin used to work in McDonald's? He moving up and me the boss. And that might be her one day. She might start off as a Hooters waitress, and next thing you know, she the CEO. She
gonna move to the Hooters bartender, and then it's sky's the limits from there.
Real talk though, man. I mean, just because you're working at Hooters ain't gonna derail her from doing what she need to do. What's gonna derail her is if a group of people go down there on vacation or something and see her at the Hooters, and she wind up going home one of them or something. But if you taught your daughter some good values, if your wife taught your daughter good values, then you should be fine.
She'll only go home with
that shit don't work out that way, because I knew a lot of girls with good values, but once I talked to them, they had some bad motherfucking values.
Hey Joe,
she'll only go home with the cute ones.
Hey Joe, peep game though. Real talk, Hooters really ain't that bad. I've seen
it's not
on Instagram.
No, Hooters ain't that bad.
They wear stockings.
I think Twin Peaks is worse, ain't it?
Huh?
Twin Peaks.
I ain't never been there.
You never been to Twin Peaks?
No.
When you come up to Chicago, we going to Twin Peaks, bro.
Twin Peaks is like going to church with like platinum offering plates in that motherfucker.
You stupid slide. You need Jesus.
Motherfuckers be putting diamonds in the plates when they go by.
Oh yeah. All right, Kat, we'll give you the final word on this.
So one of my biggest pet peeves are grown people who don't take accountability and responsibility. And at the end of the day, this is a grown woman. And if you didn't raise her with the right tools to explain to her father that, hey, Dad, Hooters isn't a place I want to work. Now, if she want to work there, I want you to take responsibility. She wants to work at Hooters. And that's totally cool. That doesn't make you a bad parent. That doesn't make you an evil person. But you have to be okay with how you raised your children. A perfect example is, so my son turned 21. And at midnight on his birthday, I stroll into his room I'm already drunk, and I'm like, hey, son, happy 21st birthday. I hand him a drink. My beautiful baby boy handed that drink right back to me. And he said, Mom, I don't drink. And that let me know I raised a good baby. They don't have to be who you are. You raise them with the skills to be who you'd love to be. And I raised that beautiful boy that even on his 21st birthday, he didn't want to drink with his mom. And when he went out with his dad, he had them pour out the beer and pour a 5-hour energy. He poured a 5-hour energy in the bottle so it looked like beer.
Yeah, nobody wants to drink with their parents. That's not cool. Getting drunk with
Regardless, he made
with my mama. We don't get drunk, but I drink with her.
But he made the.
Cat, you 40. Cat. I mean, Joe, you damn near 40. That's different.
But even still, what I'm saying is, you give your kids the skills they need to live. And if your daughter wants to work at fucking Hooters, that's where she wants to work. That's where she wants to work. Because that's what she was raised with. She was raised with body positivity. And she doesn't care about people looking at her ass while she serves crab legs.
Well, here's the thing. Hey, Cat, they going to be looking at her ass when she's walking out Walmart. So what the fuck's the difference? Oh, excuse me. What the heck is that?
Hey, if she's an open-minded 2019 woman, you should be proud as a father that you raised the girl so liberal.
Let me say this. I didn't say anything about this letter, but I'm going to say this. My daughter, over my dead body, will work at Hooters, Twin Peaks, Victoria's Secret, or any other place like that.
And watch you out on one of them jobs just to spite you.
What I just said. Over my dead body.
To be straight honest, because my mama raised me a certain way, I couldn't even be a bad girl. I wanted to so badly, but I really couldn't be as bad as I wanted to because, like, I had like more.
I met us when you was young.
Baby, back. I done turned some people out. They like saying.
We know one of them.
My mother.
I got my eye on you, Cat. I got my eye on you.
My mother gave me something called class, and not a lot of black mothers teach their daughter about class. See, I'm all about, like, I was told as a young child, you raise the price of pussy in a room when you walk in. When you walk in, bitches don't look cute no more. I was raised that way. Not because I was cute, but because the women I was raised around knew the power of pussy. So I don't understand, like, women who allow the world to tell them who they are. It's like, no, bitch, you coming with the gold. So if you raised your daughter with street sense, then maybe Hooters might be her degree. You're right. There are a lot of women who achieve with Hooters. And I ain't saying, like, it's actresses get discovered, like, things could happen. But as a parent, be responsible for what you made. And if you made a chick that want to show her booty cheeks at Hooters, that's who you made, sir. You've been there since she's 11. That's a good amount of time invested in the individual. And that's where she ended up.
Yeah, I'm going to just tell you like this, sir. You might not want to listen to this show again because it sounds like your daughter is heading down Whore Street Avenue.
No.
That is sir.
Go have a drink with your daughter and talk to her.
That is not true, sir. That is not true.
A whore to me.
She might be just a very empowered woman.
She gonna move up in Hooters. Yeah, I like the bartender.
Roll one and smoke with your daughter, man, and talk to her.
Had a long week? Need to get some stuff off your chest? Do it now! Let's go 0 to 100 real quick.
Real quick. Real fucking quick, nigga. 0 to 100, nigga. Real quick.
I seen too many stories about parents killing their goddamn kids.
Yeah.
So all you dickheads and assholes out there that's doing shit to little kids, y'all need to kill yourself and start over.
Yeah.
I'm getting tired of seeing that shit, man. And all these kids coming up missing. How the hell all these kids coming up missing? Then I just seen some shit, or I read it, about these 4 people up north trying to abduct this 14-year-old girl. Now, I knew they was white because they wouldn't put the color of them in the story. They just kept saying 4 guys. If it was 4 black guys, they'd say 4 black guys.
Right. Yeah, they picture and everything.
Exactly. Oh, man, all the people out there in the world that's doing stupid, silly shit like that, man. Y'all kill yourself and start over.
That a boy, Joe. What you got this week, Valleyville? And quiet.
Actually, to feed off what Joe said, I was reading a story the other day. A family in California were at a barbecue, at a backyard barbecue, and this Hispanic guy was hitting on this girl about 19 years old, had like a baby a little under a year. So she basically kept turning him down and saying she wasn't interested. So she left the house, came back. As they pulling back up to the house, this dude pulled out a gun because he mad she keep turning them down and started shooting in the car. And the bullet ricocheted and hit the kid in the head. The kid is alive, but just piggybacking off with Joe. But I actually had a couple. I'm gonna read real quick. One is Elgin man was arrested after prosecutors say he robbed a person he met on Tinder.
Oh.
And that's also a wait what. I want to give him a kill himself and start over. If you go on the first date for one with a woman, she probably ain't bring that much money, Nick, because she planning on your dumb ass to pay for the meal.
Exactly.
True.
But yeah, he was busted. That didn't work out well. And I got a great one, man. So a neighbor shot a gun inside her neighbor's house, right? I don't know if y'all saw this. And then she threw a bomb that she made out of a bottle and paper towels. She lit up a firebomb and threw it inside their house. Y'all want to know how she got caught?
Yeah.
Her own security camera.
Oh, fuck.
Kill yourself and start over. And she was black.
At least she know that shit worked.
Yeah, at least you know her cameras work.
I saw she looked in the camera before she did it.
What you got, Slide? That was good, brother.
My thing is this week is for people. I feel like I'm about to have a cat moment. People, check on your peoples. You know, whoever it is, it's always nice to ask people how they're doing, because you never know what type of day they're having or what could happen or what's going on with them. So try to keep the pleasantries going, stay positive, and ask people how their day is going, how they're doing, and just check on your people. No matter who it is, you know, send a text, drop a line, or just ask them, you know, hey, how you doing? It goes a long way. It really does. And I feel like I'm really having a fucking cat moment right now. But you some people have short fuses and anything could trigger them. But ask them how they're doing, how their day is going, what's up with them, and hopefully everything be all right.
You better make sure you ask the right person that question, because they're going to talk your fucking ear off. You're going to regret asking them how the hell they was doing.
No, I mean, you were supposed to ask that. I got upset because you didn't ask me early, and I got a short fuse. So I'm going to go see a therapist for you, CB. I'm going to deal with your ass later.
Let me know how that works out for you. What you got this week, Kat?
So I got women who call other women about their men on my kill yourself and start over.
Whoa, hold up, Kat. You fucking with my other business. You fucking with my other business.
So I dated someone a very long time, and it was discovered a lot of deceit. And anybody who knows me know the number one pet peeve of mine is drama. I hate drama. I love it. So anybody who likes drama, I kind of shy away from, because I don't got time for that kind of shit. So when this individual and I had our crossroads, we parted. This individual kept coming back. So I blocked him. You're not allowed. So in the interim, this individual got a new boo. But he also had been reaching out to me. But again, he's blocked. So I don't know any of this action is happening. So I'm at work and I was real salty because I had just lost one of my favorite brooches. And then I get a phone call. And it's from some lady. And she like, yo, I'm so-and-so's girlfriend and I want to know what the fuck is going on. And y'all, swear to God, my first reaction was a hearty ass belly laugh. Like it came from my gut, you know, like my stomach jiggled when I laughed. And I'm like, girl,
this ain't the only
thing. What are you doing calling me? And she's like, well, I saw he called you 15 times yesterday. And my response to her was, boo-boo, that's news to me because this nigga's blocked.
Damn.
And then she continued to go on. And then she hit me with like, ooh, we've been together 8 months. And then I had to give her a chuckle like, boo-boo, then I feel sorry for you because he cheated on you, you little slimy little whore. He cheated on you too. Like, I've seen him within 8 months. I felt so bad for her because she was a sweetheart. She was a kind lady who just wanted to know why her man was stalking. And the way he worded her, he a slimy nigga too. Because he told her I had been calling him. So he was calling me back like we were playing phone tag. And she believed it for a second. Bless her little soul.
He was black. I mean, he was white or Hispanic because I know he wasn't black. That don't sound
like that call that you received come from Germany?
Sorry. They are all Africa Americas.
Oh no! He might have been a Cuban or a Dominican.
I'm so sorry, but this wasn't a black person. This was a nigga.
Was his name David or Sammy? Because you know both of them look black.
So I'm gonna put her on the kill yourself and start over list because here it is, baby girl. The reason I'm not with him is he's not a very honest individual. And honesty is something I find fucking sexy. I'd rather somebody blow my eyebrows off with the truth than fucking lead me on for 3 years with a lie. So I definitely value honesty.
Okay.
And if that wasn't one of your values in the beginning, that's not my fault. But all I can tell you, pretty girl, is yeah, he lied to you. And she felt some kind of way. Stop calling the other bitch. I don't got shit but time and opportunity. So if you want to know the colors of the shit that was happening, I'll tell you if you got the time. But if you just wanted to make your soul feel even worse, then call me. Because I'm going to burst the bubble.
Cat, don't snitch. Don't you turn into CB.
Let me tell you something. Cat don't snitch. Cat tells the motherfucking truth. And I tell people me, you better not do no dirt in front of my ass.
Cat don't snitch. She slap a bitch. Hey, Cat, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'm just trying to say, you doing some shit that you don't want nobody to know. Guess who the fuck you don't do it in front of? Because I thrive on truth. I don't just like talk it. I live it. If you can't be honest with your damn self, the fuck I'm trusting you for? Like, I'm real with people. And so a lot of guys find that off-putting, and I get it. However, why the fuck would you call me for the truth, bitch? You fucking him, so you should call him for the truth. We're not fucking, lady, so you calling me is futile. And that's my around the cat.
That was great, Cat.
Yeah, that was great.
I know you like honesty and turn you on, huh? I'll be honest with you, Cat. I got an ex-wife and a baby mom. What's up, though?
Hold up, nigga. My name tell the truth.
Hey, tell the truth, hey, Cat. Tell somebody that head you ain't kicking it no more.
Y'all made Cat leave the studio.
Oh man! All right, bro. What you got this week, bro?
Have you noticed this trend of using black women as the villain of movies, like serial killers and stuff?
Really?
Octavia Spencer got a movie out where she killing motherfuckers or killing people. Excuse my language. And you got the Us movie, and then he had mentioned like 3 other movies because I kept telling bro, I need a list. I need like 3-4 movies to do some research on it. And he was like, all right, I'll get back to you. And man, I don't know what happened to the damn DM, but he named 3 other movies where they was like, this is like the new trend. And I wanted to get Kat's opinion on this because you know how they got the Hollywood never shows or hardly ever shows the black woman as the hero. They always show the white woman kicking tail, like she all superhuman, like she be kicking black people's butt and all this, but they never really show like the black woman like that. So is this something that anybody else is noticing? Because I didn't know, and you know me, I got my baby hat on 24.
I've been saying the whole world suckles on the black woman's titty. The whole world functions from the milk that the black woman provides. And I'm not being racist. I'm not saying that black is better. I'm saying that the black titty is nourishing. And we definitely,
I agree.
The black woman, one thing I will say honestly is I'm glad that we're not we're taking on like the Ted Bundy in a sense of like making killers cool. So I'll ride with that because at least even the black killer has a more of a human aspect. So the black protagonist isn't always, as difficult as black people are, Hollywood is going to try to make them even more complex.
You know what, Kat?
That's
deep, Kat, because I wouldn't have thought that you would have took that you would have embraced that.
Well, it's not an embracing, it's a recognition of what's real. And what's real is now we're not mammies anymore. We're the instigator.
Right.
And we're kind of veering off from the angry black woman because that didn't go off well. The how to commit murder kind of show and those shows, like the black woman antagonist wasn't very good, so they had to make it fictional. A black woman wouldn't kill a fly. If anything, a black woman will save everything till it's useless. Like,
I agree with that.
Completely against the black stereotype of a black woman. However, at least Hollywood is trying to play with her. One day, we just might be the object of admiration. One day. But I'm not mad at Hollywood for finding an end for a back door. I'm not mad for Hollywood making us Jason Voorhees, because it is true. We'll kill the fuck out of you. And a black woman is scary as shit. Y'all can agree that a black woman on a mission is a horror movie in herself. So
yeah, especially when she comes. That mission is to get some child support.
Do you understand? A motherfucker with a nice ass cock don't have no baby mama problems, or he shouldn't, because his shit is true. You know what I mean? So I'm interested to see how Hollywood plays with it. But I like that now we still aren't breastfeeding America's white children. Like, the black woman literally went from the maid to the CEO in a matter of 20 years. So I'm not angry with the growth. I'm just curious to see. Like, at first I was kind of angry seeing her as like a villain, but then I also kind of saw her as, I'm glad white America knows we'll kill a motherfucker, because, even with like animals, even with the lioness, she gonna guard her nigga neck with her teeth barred. She not being cute. So it's like, yeah, black women should be known as serial killers, because we'll fuck you up. That's not a misnomer. That's not in any way incorrect. I just hope that we can continue the momentum.
Okay, thanks, Kat, for taking over my round the cave. But good job.
You asked her. You asked her for an opinion. All right, I'm about to cut this off. I want for mine. Hey, you all know that I work at this place that me and Big Dog told me I'm not allowed to talk about.
There you go snitching again.
But
be yourself, CB.
Support foreign cars. But, I don't talk about all my business and shit like that. My mom was in a fucked up accident Saturday, and
oh man, she all right?
And her car flipped the fuck over, man.
Wow.
And it was real bad. I'll show y'all the pictures one day. But
is she okay?
Bad. Yeah, she's fine. She's 100% fine. And because she was in a Lexus.
Wow.
Man, she walked out of that car. And
you did talk about that Lexus about a month ago.
Man. Huh? So check this out. Here's the other part. Now, the place where I build trucks at, as soon as you drive the motherfucker off the lot, it depreciates.
Yeah.
My mom's car is totaled, and they say they owe her money because she got a Lexus. So, hey, sorry, Big Dog. Hey, I know this is not good for business and our personal banking and stuff like that, but hey, Toyota, there's something they're doing right over there. So that's my around the cave. But I do want to give a kill yourself and start over. As first reported on the Cleves report, the Cam Newton, and boy, oh boy, did Roland do a great job with that video.
Did not you like that?
Cam Newton trying to buy his way. The white man told him, no, sir. No, sir. I don't want your money. I don't care how much money you got. You get your black ass in the back. You cannot. I'll be damned. And Roland, everybody go to the Cleves report and look at that video. It should be number 3.
Hey, bro, there was so many messages on so many levels on that video, man.
Showing
that white dude probably like, I got $1,500 in my pocket right now. Keep that shit.
You know what's funny though? But the message that I was saying is that I don't know what that white man's level of monetary gain was, but what the Chris Rock ad-lib was saying is that he could have not had $5 in his pocket and he still was going to say no.
Hell
get your black ass to the back.
In the back. Hell yeah. That's his white privilege. That's worth more than any goddamn amount of money.
Exactly. He was saying, I want your rapper money.
Let me give a shout out real quick. I saw something, and I'm gonna come over to my sister's house. I can talk about it. I just saw my aunt, man. Hey, this is a movie I grew up on. I forgot what it was called, but it's a great movie. It's a if you guys, Joe and Vela, you guys remember we watched it in sociology. It was about this family who this kid, his father died, right? Then his grandfather ended up raising him, right? Then all of a sudden, he gets married, and he still had to take care of his grandfather. And then his wife dies, so his grandfather is now taking care of him and his kids, right? This is a movie, I forget the name of it. It was a great movie. I remember growing up watching it. So I see my aunt today when I go with my mom, and she is taking care of. I remember going over my mom, coming home from school. My aunt used to come by and take care of us, and she would bring her grandkids over. Now her daughter died, and her daughter's daughter died, and she's still driving around. Now she's driving around her great grandkids. It was just like a deja vu moment when I walked over there today. I'm like, man, them women that was born, them people that was born in them early 1900s, boy. Them was some strong sisters, man. Hey
yo, like not to be a downer, but like my aunt passed away last week.
Oh, sorry.
But I brought it up. It's all right. What I brought it up was because I kind of want to follow it up with legacy. You know, y'all be careful what you leave behind and how you live your life. Because my aunt died, and the stories were about like cigarettes. Like this lady, while she was the smartest woman ever, kind of what she left behind was not a true, it wasn't indicative of who she was, but people just had like, and so it's like, you know, you want to live a life kind of that when people say it at your eulogy, it's not so mediocre. Like, do something so we're not at your funeral like, yeah, she babysat my kids for a pack of Vincent and Hedges. Like, that shouldn't be what's said at your memorial. You know what I mean? Like, I love my auntie and I'm not knocking her. And what I'm saying is, like, she was a great person. She was a fantastic individual and she molded me into who I am today. However, the people who got up and spoke, they only had like shady ass message. Like, some of them were not appropriate for church, and it's like, who the hell are you? Why do you have the microphone?
Yep, we shouldn't have that though.
Unapologetic, unfiltered, and unedited. Inside the Cave. Thought-provoking ignorance guaranteed.
Hey ladies, it's time for To Tell the Truth. Ladies, let's talk about it with Sly on Inside the Cave.
Tell the truth. What's up, everybody? I'm gonna keep it real quick because CB been talking all show. This is a simple question. I can't even get into the beginning of the question, but here it is. Kat, don't go nowhere because I need your answer on this. For your man, for your boo, for your wife, CB, Roland, Veli, in your cell phone, what do you have your significant under saved as? The name, or is it name and some emojis? Is it hot sexy wife? Is it
contemplate?
Who?
Contemplate.
Contemplate on answer.
Hey, I got my wife saved under Mama because if my kids ever need to get in my phone, which actually now that I got an iPhone, they never can get in my phone. They can be able to look for her. That's what I got to save there. But I did that when they were younger, so maybe I should change it though. I gotta save as Mama.
I got my girl saved under God damn. Nah. Shit. Her name is Love. I mean, that's what I call her. That's my love. So.
Oh, that's what's up.
You got emojis and shit with it too, Joe?
I can put emojis on that. I'm gonna look see if I can put some emojis on that.
Put some emojis.
Kat, what you got me saved under your phone?
I got my ex-wife saved under the middle finger emoji.
Wait a minute. I'm the
piece of shit.
Wait, how's the Cat going?
Yeah.
I'm the next married dude. What's going on?
I'm a piece of shit.
I just want to know what Kat got me saved under her phone. Kat, what you got me saved under your phone?
I got everybody under their government name, baby. I don't fuck around. If something happened to
But you better not have my name as Courtney in your phone.
She got you under discrimination.
everybody, I do government names.
Courtney
like,
Ball.
I see a grown ass man come at me like, my name Quan. Hey, you 50 years old. The fuck you doing still?
Fucking with you, Kat. What's your girl name? What's your wife name, bro? That's a good question, Sly. This is like the best question you did. This you've been on. This
how y'all skip over the next married dude?
This is a good question, Sly. Like the first.
All right, so while I have an extreme emotional response to my wife, when it comes to my telephone, I got her saved under her first and her last name.
You an old nigga.
No. There's a theory. Can I finish? There's a theory behind that. Because I move and shake in town so much, I'm scared to death that if something happened to my dumb ass, they need to get into my fucking phone to find my next of kin. I live in a city with no other family members.
Okay.
You got that on phones now though, ICE, in case of emergency.
Yeah, they do.
Hey, Kat, what you think of guys? If you say, yeah, you can go through my phone, and you go through his phone, he ain't got no names under, like everybody's just numbers. He don't save nobody contact. What do you think about a suspicious nigga like that?
Anybody let me go through their phone. Anybody that let me go through their phone just cleaned it out.
So on the backside of that question, like if things ain't going well, if you beefing with your significant other, does the name change or does the emoji change? Like Joe, does it go from like love to like the middle finger love, like, or do it go like you change the picture, like you change the picture, like does her picture show up?
You hitting on some real shit, man. You hitting on some real shit. You fake as hell.
If you argue, does it turn to a clown face and shit? All like I ain't fucking with this clown.
Who got time to be changing this shit?
Right. Be changing that shit every other day.
Come on.
I don't change shit. I just block her number.
It's not a nigga that still got ringtones.
Complicated.
Hey, Sly changes ringtones every 3 months and shit.
Your shit saved on the podcast snitch. That's what your shit saved on.
That's actually a pretty good question, though.
What was you saying, Kat? No, nothing.
Nothing. I'm co-signing the podcast snitch.
Lie, you said so. If they argue, it's gonna go from contemplating to complicated every other day.
Right, exactly.
I'm saying that's how phony motherfuckers are. That's how phony people. You saved under my love when it's going good, but when we having problems, now I gotta change your fucking name. That's petty.
When the phone it go from it's love to it's complicated.
That's too much. Hey, that's what my ex-wife used to do to me. She get mad at me. She just block my number. I was like, what kind of silly ass shit is that?
Seriously. If you see that your name is not even in his phone, y'all like together, and he don't even like got you. He don't have your name in there. He don't got his mama name. He just don't keep no names in his phone. What you think?
He just got all phone numbers in the alphabet.
Maybe he can't spell.
He can't spell.
I mean, I'm just saying like.
So
acting mean more to me than anything. I don't, and see that's why like even the last letter we talked about the young lady being called a bitch. It's like, bitch, at least he talking about you. Like men are kind of, and I'm not dogging men. I'm just saying that guys can be kind of flighty. And so when it comes to terms of endearment, women shouldn't take big stock in that, because he should call you what your damn mama called you. Like he should call you who you are at the end of the day, right?
So you go through the man's phone and he got these are the names.
God damn it, see, how many ways you gonna answer this question?
I'm a show story right there, my love. Let me tell you, a bitch is lazy as shit. If I'm going through your shit, if I literally have enough to go through your phone, you a motherfucking liar.
Cat, hold up. CB, Jelly, Joe, Cleese. What is your name saved under in your wife's and girl's phone?
CB.
Hey.
We saved that CB.
You say what? Hey.
Bay.
Velly.
Hey Velly, what is your
mine? My wife
light skinned nigga. That's what it's
like. Hey, Fly.
Man say contemplating, her say complicated.
Your wife should say, wait, what?
Hey, Velly.
Who?
Velly, your wife got you saved under don't answer.
Question mark. I call her, goddamn, and a question mark pop up.
Velly should say, wait, who?
First of all, ain't this Velly's first like appearance in like 3 months?
I call my wife up. That goddamn eye roll emoji might pop up.
Velly ringtone is the Twilight Zone shit.
She called me, goddamn it. She called me the emoji with the holding the finger to his chin like he thinking about it and shit. The question mark face. The thinking emoji.
This is like the best question you ever did.
All right, I got a question for Sly.
What up?
Is anybody that you've dealt with in the past 5 years stored under your phone under deep throat monster?
And if so,
what's the number?
If so,
and if so, what's the number?
For research purposes.
Yeah.
Joe Dirt in the building.
With the best segment on the K podcast.
All right, Joe, you got a dirt sheet this week or no?
Actually, I do. It's a nice little short one.
There we go. Tell me something, Joe.
It's called "You're in Trouble." Boy trapped in an elevator after a prank he tried to pull backfires. Remember I said, "You're in trouble. You're in trouble."
Yeah.
This Chinese fucker urinated in the goddamn elevator, causing it to break down. He thought he was being funny, but he pissed on the damn wires, and the elevator stopped working. So, for all you people out there who like to piss in elevators or who haven't never pissed in the elevator, it's kind of self-fulfilling to actually piss in the elevator. You ought to try it. I know all of us done tried it. Cat, you ever pissed in the elevator before?
Probably.
Sadly, I have. I had to go.
See, we all have done it.
I knew it. I knew she had.
No, I never in an elevator, but hallways.
Oh, you gotta try that, bro. I mean, it's self-fulfilling, man. Put it on your bucket list.
An elevator is a moving hallway.
Yeah.
Nigga said put it on your piss bucket.
Well, here's a good question. How, by a show of hands, how many people have pissed while walking?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Come
Down
on,
the
stop
alley.
lying, Cat. How you pee and walk at the same time?
You can't piss and walk down the alley. We used to do that all the
Let
time.
me something about P. P got a mind of his own, and if P want to come out, P gonna come out. You can't control him. You are.
Okay.
Who you think?
Hey, y'all are too young to not be able to control y'all piss, man. Come on.
They sound like they talking about an actual person. Yeah, because when P come out, shit be wild.
It happens. Hey, you can't hold it in your kidney.
Everybody know that look on your face when that warm ass water hits you. You just look at niggas like, my bad. My bad.
CB was the kid in grade school that was like, I bet you I can back up 4 feet and still hit the urinal.
Joe, you got a sponsor?
And the only thing he got wet was his shoes. Shoes wet. Shoes y'all yellow now.
Yeah, I got to sponsor gummies.
Gummies, yeah.
Yeah.
Planet 13.
Sponsor me right now.
Hell yeah.
I thought you your sponsor is drip drip drip.
I ain't want
to say the R&B singer though.
I thought his ass gonna say tidy bowl. Goddamn it.
Well, I got one better, Cat. I was gonna say toilet mints. Sponsor of the day, toilet mints.
All right, everybody listen on Central. You're in store for a treat. You have never heard this, or maybe you might have heard it once or twice. This is called the Wrap Up with Veli Vel. If you missed any part of the show, have no fear, because Veli Vel will wrap the show up and tell you what you missed.
Yeah, eat a light-skinned Sir Knight.
It's time for the wrap up. Wait, what?
All right. All right, guys, what's happening? It's your man, Saint Veli. That's right. I'm back on the block today. Hey, I got a lot, CB. I'm gonna try to run through them pretty quick.
Go ahead.
And I know I still missed some. All right, let's get right into it. Joe, you might have missed this one, but this slide say our cave lawyer is 100% with parking tickets. Wait, what? Are we syndicated in the Dominican Republic?
Yeah, you missed that one too, Joe. Fucked up.
What?
You fucked up for that.
You know, for everybody that's listening in the DR that ain't already dead.
Pray for you tonight.
Hey, we didn't even talk about
Does your earring size equal your camel toe size?
You missed that too, Joe.
What? Missed a lot of them.
I did.
Is Blue Ivy changing her uncle or aunt's diaper?
From Matthew, no.
Wait, what? I just want to apologize to the Vans cat. Did Slide tell Cat to do her interview from the shower, but not to see her nude, but to better her Wi-Fi signal?
Wait, what?
Did somebody spit on Cat's mic? What?
What?
Did Rose refer to weed as reefer?
We for the people.
What?
We for the people.
Did CB kill off EU by doing the butt? Wait, what? Did Cat Wi-Fi take a weed gummy? It was stagnant for a second.
It was stuck. It was stuck.
I know the feeling.
Wi-Fi was down for the count.
Wait, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. My Wi-Fi was fucking up. Start over.
Ain't gonna happen.
So, them brownies.
Oh shit, y'all ain't right. Referring to CB and Rose, what does serving chicken have to do with being a virgin?
No sauce on the chicken.
Hey, that shit was funny as hell.
Oh shit.
She better not, cause she a virgin. What does being a virgin have to do with serving chicken?
Why can't CB and Slide be serious for 30 seconds? Wait, make that 45 seconds. Bro said y'all don't listen to shit.
43.
Hell no, Belly. Hell no.
Did Joe create a new Cat's Corner theme song by saying the words, and I quote, "Cat don't snitch, she slap a bitch." Does an eye roll emoji and a thinking emoji pop up when me and my wife call each other?
Yeah.
And who did Joe piss off? That is the rapper man, Belly Veil.
Hey, can I just add two more? You did Belly say that I wasn't talking to Lavar Ball. I was talking. I need to talk to Paul Burton.
Reading rainbow.
This is what y'all don't see.
Yeah, you butchered that segment, man. You butchered
this
that.
is what y'all don't see. I'm really tweaking over here, and I ain't smoked today. I'm over here using a microphone that ain't even plugged up. I've been talking to
this microphone looks.
This motherfucker.
Yeah, that looks kind of a book.
Hell no. Your sister let you do that?
Man, I just realized, I'm like, man, I'm talking in this mic and it ain't even.
you had a gummy or something.
Wait, what?
Oh man.
Hell no.
All right, that was Inside the Cave this week. Listen to us Inside the Cave podcast now on radiopublic.com.
The wrap up is back.
You can get it'll help us get W2s. Listen to us there.
Hey, Street Valley.
CB, make sure you thank your sponsor
right now, man.
Make sure you thank your sponsor that sponsored you, CB, tonight.
I don't know why I did that.
I had no weed.
I was sleep up in that booth.
We like to thank CB's sister for sponsoring him tonight at the host hotel.
I swear.
Hey, let me tell y'all how good God is. My daughter is gone for a little summer vacation. My son is over.
Oh shit!
So I'm living all.
I'm on my way, Cat. Hold up, Cat. I'm on my
Get
way.
on a sundress and no drawers. Wait,
You better pretend.
Hey, nigga, put your shirt back on. I feel like Chris Tucker is motherfucker. Buddy, stop. Motherfucker, put your shirt back on, man.
You hot? They put their hands on you, Fly.
Hey,
Joe, I'm coming over that shit, butter.
Listen.
Yeah.
I came on the show. I came on the show late. I had got on for the interview, right? And I had turned on the video, and I had her top was being cut off by the bottom of the video. I was like, oh shit, Cat's topless. I was like, what the fuck? I walk in on.
I thought she was topless too. Oh, hey, you forgot another way.
I was through.
You forgot another way. What? Cat said she ain't wearing no more panties the rest of the summer.
Not no more. That ain't a lie, though. That ain't, and that's medicinal in a motherfucker. Like, this is all for like health and wealth, goddammit. Because what you not gonna do is
it's hot than a mofo.
It's hot than a motherfucker. What you not gonna do is sweating shit out. Ain't gotta be sweat out.
Sundress is brought to you by Johnson & Johnson baby powder.
Hey, Cat, since you like my sister, I'm going commando with you. Then go ahead, get us out of here. Because Big Dog is not here.
The last wayward of the night. Did Sly skydive out of an airplane just to get to Cat's house?
Twice. I jumped out the airplane twice.
Shot out of cannons and shit, man.
Nigga skydiving for the booty.
All right, Bella, go ahead.
Skydive. That's how my shit works. You better do some death to people shit to get in this shit. Like, it's not by accident that niggas get in it. They worked hard. They passed the test.
Oh, Sly, ain't
Hit
that hard. You ain't
first, Sly. Hit first, Sly.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hit first.
It ain't
You
that
know.
He must feel somewhere about you, Cat. He took his goddamn shirt off.
He still got it off. Go ahead, Bella, get us out of here, man.
I made them hot. It's all right. I understand.
Mm-hmm. You gonna sew some shoulder? I'm gonna sew some shoulder.
Hey, Bella, go big.
All right, man. Let's go and wrap this up, man. Hey, on behalf of everybody here, the boys that ain't here, Big Dog, Said, Cousin Lamar, International D. We appreciate y'all. On behalf of our guest too, man, she is the T. We appreciate it. Did I say it right? I don't want to butcher it.
Yeah.
But no, we appreciate y'all listening. We catch y'all ass next week.
Inside the Cave.
You did say you wanted to be in, right?